Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you back to Madden 19 for the PC and the New York Jets franchise. Today it's the playoffs, everyone. Last week the Jets defeated the Ravens and the Steelers lost to the Patriots, leaving New York not only at the top of the AFC East, but first place in the AFC overall. That means that the Jets get a first round bye, and before we get to those games, we need to find out who won on Wild Card Weekend. First, in the NFC, the Falcons and Eagles were victorious, so they move on, and in the AFC, the Chargers and Colts secure wins and will be moving on to the division round games. Now, we commented on last week that if the Chargers won their game with the Bengals, they would not be traveling to Metlife because they would have a higher seed than either the Colts or the Pats. So that means that the division weekend matches look like this. The Colts will be on the road to play the Jets, and the Eagles will take on the Cowboys in Arlington. The Chargers visit Heinz Field to play the Steelers, and the Falcons go west to play the Rams in the LA Coliseum. So the Jets are home to play the Colts, everyone. They have to be able to win this against a team that won their division at 8-7-1. The only thing that New York needs to be careful of is that this is a good team from Indy, or they wouldn't be in this position. Overall, the Colts have the number 7 pass offense in the league behind Andrew Luck, wideouts T.Y. Hilton and Soma Woods, and their top receiver, a tight end, Eric Ebron. If Sam Darnold can control being loose with the football in this game, he should have a better than average day against this defense. But it all depends on which version of Darnold shows up for this game. Both teams are back out on the field after pregame warm-ups, so let's join them as the Jets try to avoid being trampled by the Colts here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. The Jets will be kicking it off, and getting us underway is Jason Meyer, kicking it deep in the end zone, and Lance Lenoir doesn't bring it out. It's kicked out of the back of the end zone. And for our AFC playoff highlight, Andrew Luck is the quarterback for the Colts, and a longtime starter, has only 9 interceptions this season. Marlon Mack carries for 2 yards on the opening play. On second down and 8, Luck tries to get it to T.Y. Hilton, and it's knocked away by Trumaine Johnson. Bringing up third and 8, and Luck takes off, and he's going to run, but he passes downfield, and he is past the line. So that brings up fourth down, and the Colts have to punt on their first possession. Sam Darnold, 29 interceptions this season. That is not a good thing. And he changed that today. And first play, he fumbles the football. Oh my goodness, shades of this season coming back in the playoffs. And that one knocked out by Jabal Sheard with a full head of steam, and recovered by Terrell Basham. Both players proving to be quite an asset for the Colts, and that puts them in wonderful field position at the 22-yard line. Luck drops back to pass, throws complete to Mack. He spins out of a tackle, and he is tackled that finally at the 19. Only a 3-yard gain, and that one is into the end zone and incomplete. Luck fakes it to Mack, has all day, and finally throws, and it's intercepted by Marquise Flowers. So the ball doesn't stay in the hands of the Colts for very long at all. And I'm not sure what that move was that Marquise made, but it certainly didn't get him very far down the field. That had pick six written all over it if he would have gone the right direction. So that brings on Sam Darnold and the Jets again from the 19. Crowell spins his way for a first down out past the 30-yard line. So from just over the 30, Darnold drops back, lets it fly over the middle, and it is caught by Robbie Anderson at the 49. Montgomery gets the call and is up the middle. He only gets 5 yards. 3rd and 5, and it's complete to Robbie Anderson. He makes a spin move inside the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. What a nicely designed pass play. Just absolutely executed perfectly by Robbie Anderson. A comeback route with a spin there at the 19-yard line, faking Malik Hooker out of his shoes. That puts the Jets on the board first, but Jason Meyer misses the extra point, so that only makes it 6-0 at this point. Let's hope that missed extra point doesn't come back to haunt them later in the game. Now the Colts from the 25-yard line try to answer. Luck stepping up and out of danger, lets it fire over the middle, and he hits Jack Doyle for the first down out at the 49. Luck again, he hits T.Y. Hilton, and he has close to another first down. 2nd and 1, and the fake goes to Mack, and also the pass out of the backfield, and he has the first down to the 33. Fake again to Mack. Throw. Ebron catches it inside the 20-yard line, and now the Colts have it inside the red zone. Hilton has it knocked away. Kirkpatrick at the 1-yard line. 2nd and 10. Pass over the middle to Hilton, and he has the first down inside the 5. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line, and Ebron catches it over the middle and into the end zone for a Colts score. Well, that certainly didn't take long, and Williamson and Jenkins both coming in on the blitz and leave Ebron completely open in the middle of the field. Now the Jets with a 1-point deficit. Across the middle goes Darnold to James, and he has a 5-yard pickup. With Crowell in the backfield, he gets the fake, and Darnold throws over the middle, and it's intercepted. Matthias Farley taking it back inside Jet territory, finally tackled at the 38. Well, Darnold has had already one fumble and now an interception to add to his resume, and this is not looking good, folks. With that pass, it now makes 30 interceptions on the season, and if he isn't careful, he's going to set the record for the most in a season by any quarterback. Luck hands off to Mack, and he's inside the 35-yard line for a 5-yard gain. Again, Mack gets it, and he has the first down to the 26. That brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 7-6, Indianapolis. Now from the other side of the field, Mack alone in the backfield. He gets the ball, and he's down to the 21-yard line. 2nd and 5. Mack again, and he can't get room on the outside. Tackled at the 20, and he's down and injured. I'm not sure he's holding his back, but now they're taking him back to the locker room. It may be the end of the day for him. Luck. Oh, did you see that catch? What an acrobatic catch by Eric Ebron. it's not hard to see why he's their number one receiver. Luck runs out of the pocket and finally into the end zone, sliding as he gets there, and that gives the Colts their second touchdown of the afternoon. Leonard Williams dives after him, but he cannot make the tackle. Now after a 3-and-out by the Jets, the Colts have it again, and Luck goes over the middle to Hilton, and he has the first down to the 44. Back to pass again, and he lets it fly to Ebron. He has it down to the 36 for an 8-yard pickup. Pass over the middle to Woods, and he's stopped finally at the 11-yard line. The Colts just look unstoppable right now, and into the end zone, and it's a touchdown to T.Y. Hilton. That makes his first receiving touchdown of the afternoon, but they already have 3 on the afternoon, so this is not turning out the way the Jets wanted it. And there you see the touchdown on the Toyota pylon cam. Hilton working against Kirkpatrick, and it makes it 21-6. 2nd and 7. Darnold back to pass, and he is sacked. Rookie Sean Spencer getting him at the 19. The fake handoff, the pass up the middle, and it's complete. Seth Roberts catches it inside the 45, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7 now. Going back to pass Darnold, and he is sacked again. Terrell Basham getting to him for his second sack. 3rd and 18. Back to pass. Going long into the end zone, and up for grabs in the end zone, and Quincy Wilson comes down with it. Interception number 2 for Darnold. And with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock in the first half, he probably had more time than just throwing a 50-50 ball into the end zone. Now after a Colt 3-and-out, Darnold has another chance, completes this one out to James. First down at the 31. Now the pass goes to Roberts, and he hauls it in at the 43. With 17 seconds left in the first half, the ball goes deep, and it's intercepted yet again. Quincy Enunwa had an unfair advantage back there, 2-on-1, and he just couldn't jump high enough to get that ball. And who comes down with it but McDonald for a 3rd interception here in the first half. That brings us to the end of the first half. With your score 21-6, the Colts have this one well in hand at the moment. Well, we found out what Sam Darnold has shown up for this game. The big question is, will he be able to right the ship in the second half, or will we see the Jets go down in flames? For an update, let's go to Eurocat Baby on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Dale, and he was very anxious to get back in the locker room and settle his starting quarterback down. He knows that the run game is lacking any real punch, but he said if we can't move the ball on the ground, we have to be able to move it through the air. For that to be feasible, we need a sharp quarterback leading the charge. He said he has full confidence in Sam, but just needs to get him to focus a bit more. Many of the defensive players have voiced that for the second half, the goal is to keep the Colts from scoring any more points so that the offense has a chance. Now, Coach Reich is not about to let that happen easily. He said that the passing game worked in the first half for them, and the Colts need to keep the momentum going. Keeping the pressure on Sam Darnold will be one of the team's goals as the game goes on. Hoping to get him to make a few more mistakes is what they need. Both teams would love the opportunity to play the Chargers for the title. Question is, will the Chargers be on the road for the game coming here to MetLife, or will the Colts prevail and hit the road to the West Coast?
Thank you for those comments, and I agree with Coach Dale in that Darnold just needs to calm down. Find his open man and get him the ball. He does have receivers getting open. He just needs to take an extra beat and make clean throws. Will he be able to make that happen and get the Chargers to come here to MetLife? Find out in the second half, and that will start when we come back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone, to the divisional round and the continued coverage of our game between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. I'm not sure who's holding that sign in the crowd, but it says, "Put me in, I can throw," and that is not too far from the truth. Sam Darnold is having an issue keeping control of throwing interceptions, and we'll have to see if he can bring it back here in the second half. The Jets with the ball first, and from the 26-yard line. Darnold back to pass, throws, and it's complete to Tomlinson out at the 41. Now Montgomery tries to go around the left side and only gets 6 yards. Montgomery up the middle and some tough running out to the 48. Pass this time to James, and he has a first down inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Montgomery goes up the middle, and he has a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4. The pass is, Darnold is hammered by Vinny Curry, and that brings up 4th down. And we'll see Jason Meyer from 47 yards out. He kicks it straight through the middle, and now it's 21-9. After a 3-and-out from the Colts, Darnold on the play-action pass finds Robbie Anderson outbounds at the 31-yard line. The timing was perfect on that play. Darnold back to pass again, finds Anderson again inside the 20-yard line, and now the red zone is in the hands of the Jets. Montgomery goes up the middle and has a 4-yard gain. Now Darnold connects with James. He has the first down to the 1-yard line. Now out of the I formation, Crowell gets it, and there is a flag on the play. Face mask against the defense, and that will give them a fresh set of downs. Leggett on a fullback dive doesn't even need to dive. All he does is walk it into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. New York is making a comeback. The score is now 21-16, and there's just over a full quarter left to play in this game. Luck back to pass on 2nd and 9, throws it out to Hines, and he steps out of bounds. He had some room down the sideline if he had just stayed in. And Woods catches the first down out to the 46. That will bring us to the end of the third quarter. It's 21-16, but the Colts are trying to answer back. Out of the shotgun now. The handoff goes to Hines, and he's out to midfield. 3rd and 6. Luck drops back, throws the screen out to Hines, and he powers his way past Nelson and has the first down out to the 42. Now Hines again up the middle, and he gets down to the 38 for a 4-yard pickup. Now on 3rd and 6, the draw play doesn't get him there, and they're going to have to try a field goal. Mason Crosby from 51 yards, and he knocks it through. It's 24-16. Darnold back to pass, has all day, and finally he connects with Eric Tomlinson over the middle, and he has a first down for the Jets out to the 35. Montgomery has lots of room into Colt territory and down to the 38. And it may have cost him. He is down, grabbing his shoulder. That does not look good for the Jets because he's being escorted to the locker room. Back on the field on 3rd and 8. Anderson catches it inside the 20-yard line down to the 17. The throw this time is off the mark. Intended for Robbie Anderson. Now back to pass again, and Richard Rodgers can't hang on. So out comes Jason Myers and puts it through. That makes it 24-19. The Colts 3 and out. Darnold has it again and completes it to Nunwa over the middle, and he has it out to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to go, and the Jets are driving. Darnold back to pass, completes it over the middle to James, and he has a 9-yard gain. So now on 3rd and 2, Darnold shrugs off a tackle from Vinnie Curry and completes it to Tomlinson for the first down. Now from the 49, Darnold back to pass, completes it again to James, and he has it at the 41. An 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. All day to pass it, and it's intercepted. Malik Hooker takes it away from Jesse James, and that may be your ball game, folks. 45 seconds left, and it looks like the ball went careening offline. I can't tell. Maybe the ball was gone before Sean Spencer got there, but I'm not sure where that pass came from or why it went into the hands of Malik Hooker. But Hines takes it down to the 43. With 4 seconds left, the give is to Wilkins. He takes it for a minimal gain, and the game is over. The Colts have successfully beaten the Jets on their own turf. And that, everyone, was, I'm sure, not how any of us envisioned this game going. Darnold just couldn't bounce back from that disastrous first half of play, yet he threw for over 300 yards. It didn't make the difference in the end. The running game never materialized for the Jets, so yet again, they were one-dimensional in their offensive attack. 5 turnovers in the game really came full circle for the Jets, because just when you thought they had a chance to win the game, Darnold's bad decision-making ability reared its ugly head, and that pick by Malik Hooker, that was awful. Why the Jets didn't use their timeouts to stretch those 45 seconds, I'm not sure. Just a complete breakdown in leadership, it seems. Taking a look at Darnold's stats for the game, I've said it before, and at the risk of redundancy, I'll say it again. If he could get control of throwing into situations where there is a good possibility of a pick, it's scary what the Jets could have at quarterback. 4 interceptions and a fumble, yet they still had a chance to win the game down the stretch. I can't fault the defense in this game because the Jets were put into some sticky situations. With luck on fire in the first half, after that interception to Marquise Flowers, that is, it didn't help New York's cause at all. The second half, Indy was shut down, I would say, because Darnold wasn't putting the defense in those sticky situations. Although this has been a much better season than the Jets' 2018 campaign, unfortunately, the end is here. The Jets have lost, but still we need to see who moves on and eventually who our Super Bowl 54 winner is. There was one game still waiting to be played on this division weekend, and the Eagles, that have been rock solid at the end of the regular season, have gone down in defeat to the Cowboys on their home turf in Arlington quite handily, 31-14. So that leaves the conference championships to decide who goes to the Super Bowl finale. Meeting in the NFC are the Rams traveling to meet the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium, and the Colts travel out to the City of Angels to play the Chargers. Wouldn't it be outstanding to see an 8-7-1 team win the Super Bowl? So your matchup for the 54th edition of the Super Bowl will be a Los Angeles contest. The Rams and the Chargers are the contestants. All we need now is to find out who wins this year, and this is so weird. It is the Chargers winning the big game, but somehow it skipped the results page, I guess, and went straight to the off-season re-signing period, and the Chargers moved yet again. They are now the Memphis Egyptians. What? It's bad enough to move out of San Diego and become the Los Angeles Chargers with a new stadium on the way, but then to move the franchise to Memphis? That is just wrong. Well, now that Madden 20 is here and has been modded to the point that I hope to have a great experience to share with you, I'll be making the switch. Things will change a bit, but I plan on keeping the Jets as my franchise team and bringing you season number 3. We haven't found a way to continue a franchise in the newer versions of Madden like we can with 2008, but I'm going to give this a go and see what happens. Some moves have been made with free agency and the NFL draft, so expect some changes to the roster. There has been a change at halfback with the addition of Le'Veon Bell, but as for the main receivers, we still have Anderson, Enunwa, and a newcomer to the franchise in Jamison Crowder. The O-line is still riddled with the same players as the beginning of Madden 19, so it'll be interesting to see what can be done with that. On the defensive side, we have a lot of the same main characters in Adams and May at the safety spots, Leonard Williams and Henry Anderson at the end positions, Avery Williamson in the middle of the field again, but he has sustained an entire MCL tear and won't see any action this season. Therefore, we have a couple of rookie additions that hopefully will work out. Blake Cashman out of Minnesota will be filling in for Williamson. Big shoes to fill, I know. And Quinnen Williams at defensive tackle, and he should work out very nicely. I'll be starting with week 1 of the regular season schedule to expedite the process of the first season a little bit. But, by the way, the Los Angeles Chargers will still be the Los Angeles Chargers in this franchise. And I have the relocation option turned off, so hopefully we won't have to deal with a silly Memphis Egyptians team. Ugh. That will bring an end to another episode of the New York Jets franchise here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and remember to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications of new videos as they come out. With a loss today in the divisional game with the Colts, the Jets' season came to a close. As well as Sam Darnold did in the season-closing game with the Ravens, it was just the opposite for him today. It was just the opposite for him today, and New York's one-dimensional offensive attack wasn't enough to secure a win. So it's on to the next season, and with the addition of Le'Veon Bell, maybe the running game will start to be a factor that has to be considered if you're an opposing defensive coordinator, that is. Regardless, Darnold should have another aspect of the game to draw on, and that should make a big impact. Can the Jets make it back to the playoffs in season number 3? Please be with us, because in our next episode, we'll get it all started. Until then, for Eurocat Baby and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.